What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Munodiwa and this is Castle Chaps, where we talk all things home to interior design and everything in between. If you're a returning subscriber, what's good? In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the new Ikea collection and what's good in it and other recommendations that I have for you guys, because we know that Ikea has a lot of stuff, and when you go over there, it's so easy to miss a lot of things. So with this video, I hope to give you some ideas on what to include on your next shopping list and exactly what's worth your time. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys are these new BESTA fronts. BESTA is one of the most popular ranges in Ikea, and this is for a good reason, because they are very versatile and multifunctional cabinets. I know that there are a dozen of makeovers, DIY makeovers that you can do for yourself, which you can easily find on YouTube, but I really like this light cover because it is not only giving very minimalistic and Scandinavian vibes, which are really very on trend at the moment, but I also think that it's a timeless design, you know? A light colored TV unit is a good choice to make because you want something that has low visual weight and that will look good in almost any space. Besides, they also claim that it is made out of very high quality workmanship and good materials, and this is something that is in line with the Scandinavian interior design ideology. So if you're into that type of thing, you might want to look into it. But I do have to warn you that it's not made out of real wood, and so I'm not too sure how durable these things are. But to be honest, for a TV cabinet or a TV console, it doesn't really have a lot of wear and tear, because the only thing it has to do is just be pretty, carry the TV, and that's about it, right? So I think it's also okay, and these are some of the items that you can think about saving on when you want to make over your living room. You don't need a very expensive TV console. All it has to do is to look functional, be pretty, be aesthetically pleasing, fit in with the rest of your interior design, and I think you're good to go. There are other items that you might want to splurge on the other hand, but this video is not for that. So let's dive into the next. These TRAGSPINNARE curtains. I love a good curtain, and I think curtains are something very important to complete the look of a room. You know, think about the face, right? Think about makeup. If you're a makeup person, I'm going to be using this illustration. If eyelashes are very important to the face and, you know, uplifting that elevated look, then it's the same thing that curtains do. Without eyelashes, your makeup is pretty much okay, it's beautiful, but with eyelashes you look really elevated and your features stand out more. And this is the same thing with curtains. With curtains in a room, the room really looks put together, you can tie in everything and it looks very elevated. And with the makeup analogy, think about eyeliner. The eyeliner in your living room is also the curtain rod. That little black detail will really elevate your living room, your bedroom, or wherever it is that you want to put up your curtain. So I think this curtain is really going to give you that. And besides, I love how the curtain is integrated in these curtains. They have a very traditional vibe to them, and they can really give some nice playful movement in a space that has minimal movement. Think about it, if you have a minimal space, you can add these curtains just to have something playful in the space. You know, a living room, for example, has a lot of lines from the TV console, lines from the TV itself, lines from the sofa. You know, sofas are usually very rectangular, unless of course you have a curvy one. So I think these curtains will really bring in that movement, some playfulness, and soften things up. And as a matter of fact, I was thinking of getting a pair of these curtains myself, and if I do, I will definitely give you guys a tour of the space to show you the before and afters and how the effect of this curtain has been in the space. These curtains also work with a lot of different styles, for example, maximalism, eclecticism, even boho would work with these curtains. So just be a little bit adventurous. And like I said earlier, even if you have a minimalist style but you're kind of bored of that plain look and want to introduce something, you can easily make your minimalistic style eclectic by adding these curtains. Let's move on to the next item on the list, which is the STRALA lamp. There are a lot of things that I love about this lamp, but I'm going to highlight them one by one for you. So firstly, it is battery operated, meaning you can take it around almost anywhere around the house and not have to worry about where's the socket, I need to hardwire them or anything like that. If you want to use it in a bathroom, you can just carry it along. If you want to use it in your bedroom, you can also carry it along. So I really think that this is the main reason why this lamp has made it on this list. It's very portable, it's very useful, and I love it. Also, because it is battery operated, there are no cables inside, and it is very minimal and clean. So I really love this. If you don't like cables like me, then you should definitely go for it. 2, it is dimmable. And oh my goodness, this is something really important for me to have on a lamp. You know, after a long day of working on the screen and being on a phone and so on, you know, we have a lot of gadgets which stimulate us, and at the end of the day you really want to wind down and calm down and have your peace. And one of the important ways that I do that for myself is by dimming down the lights. I am sure to use the dimmest light that I have in my home. I light up my candles, and so with this lamp you can also achieve the same effect, because you can just lower down its brightness, and before you know it, you have set the mood for the night, where you can nicely rewind and calm down as you get ready for bed. Connected to this reason is also the use of a dial, which brings in very nostalgic feelings. If you want to have a very old school feel or an analog feel to, you know, your space, then this lamp is also your go-to. It reminds me of some kerosene lamps that we used to use back home. So I would really take this lamp as well for this reason. Another unexpected thing that I thought about was, wait, I could actually use these lamps as part of my tablescape. You know, when you have some important dinner going on at home, or even something a little bit romantic, or just, you know, romanticizing away your life, you know, why not do it for yourself? You can add this little kerosene lamp onto your table, and before you know it, you have something unique. And recently we were on vacation in Rome, and we kind of saw lamps that looked like this, and this just gives me that feeling of, oh, I'm on vacation, I'm somewhere enjoying life, and yet, you know, it's just a casual day at home, which is also something that is nice to experience. Lastly, I love how this lamp is independent of any celebrations or of any season. It works throughout the year, be it Christmas if you celebrate it, which I don't, or be it, I don't know, any other time of the year, right? When you might want something to feel a little bit special, this lamp will still work. Let's talk about this RAMEBO mirror. Wow, I was really surprised that Ikea has something like this. This piece is not only beautiful, I think that it's timeless, it has sophistication to it, and to me it just calls, you know, some major Parisian vibes. And I was like, wow, I would really like to have this mirror for myself. And one thing that I actually love about this mirror is that the arched ornament is actually removable. So if you don't want something a bit too ornate and you want to dial down and more contemporary, then you can easily remove that and have it simple. But if you're all in for this more ornate vibe and really like Parisian mood, then it will work with the ornament on it. And one thing that I also like is the type of finishes that are available. Personally, my personal preference would be to take edged brass finish, because it looks more elevated and it really has this antique feel to it, rather than the shiny silver finish, which can give off a little bit of, you know, cheap vibes. But again, you know, choose what works for you, choose what works for your space. And besides, there's really nothing that a quick weekend DIY can't fix. If you really want that gold look, there are also other spray paints that you can take which give a more realistic gold finish rather than this shiny new gold vibe. But either way, my point is, this is definitely something that's a staple and that's going to always look timeless, and it can be used in many ways. You can hang it on the wall, you can just make it lean on the wall, or you can, who knows what you want to do with it. So I recommend this mirror. Let's move on to the TOLKNING collection. I love their entire collection, but I want to focus firstly on the headboard. I am for removable headboards because of the cost saving aspect to them, right? Instead of getting a big expensive bed, which can be really budget breaking, I think it's better to just buy a simple bed frame, a really good mattress, and then a removable headboard. That way you have the basic and the fundamentals that you need, but you don't have to break the budget, right? And the good thing about this TOLKNING headboard is it gives a lot of things. It gives texture, it gives warmth, it gives movement, and overall it really brightens up a rather plain space if you didn't have a headboard. And for 50 bucks, I think this is a steal. And I would use it in a guest bedroom, right? Or even in the main bedroom. And the good thing about it is it's removable. So if you're using it in your main bedroom, all you have to do is just transfer it over to the guest bedroom. And then before you know it, the guest bedroom, which could have looked rather, dull and just boring, is all of a sudden a little bit more interesting and has a more elevated look to it. Of course, for just 50 bucks, there's not much comfort there. You don't really gain much by lying your back against it. But then again, you also gain a whole lot more other things. So I think it's worth it. And if you want to use it in your guest bedroom, you can easily pair it with the basket that it comes with so that it has a more cohesive look. And your guests would also have gained somewhere to put their dirty laundry, which can be washed for later. So I say that this is a must buy. Now I think that the textiles in the throw collection of Ikea is a little bit limited. I find that you can't easily achieve that designer look there, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible. And I think that there are 3 ingredients that you need to really give a designer look or a curated look to your throw pillows. So number 1, you obviously need to set the foundation with a plain color. And it can be also a plain neutral color if you're more into a minimalistic color palette. So number 1, have a plain color pillow. This will set the foundation. Now on top of that, you want something playful. You want something curvy, you want something floral, and a good choice to choose would be this one. I love how the pattern is not too small but also not too big, so it's medium scale. And then to finish it off, you can then top it up with a geometric pattern which is a bit more tight. And that way you have a nice mix of pattern, of color, and of playfulness. And then your sofa collection, or rather your sofa pillow collection, can look really curated.